Welcome to PBS Media Shift's Digital Media Brief, brought to you by NextSpace and NextKids Co-working and Childcare in San Francisco. I'm Mark Glazer with guests Jonathan Peters at University of Kansas, Maeve Duggan at Pew Research Center, Jennifer Chen, freelance journalist and author, and Andrew Lee from American University. A recent Supreme Court ruling threw out the conviction of Anthony Alonis, who had used rap lyrics to threaten his ex-wife and others on Facebook. Could this allow more harassment online and on social media? Pew found in a study that young women online are more likely to be victims of stalking and sexual harassment online. Jonathan, what do you think will be the practical implications from the Supreme Court ruling?
I think the number one practical implication will be it will make it more difficult for prosecutors to secure convictions in cases that are brought under the federal threat statute, which is Section 875C. And I think the prosecutors themselves will be a little bit more cautious in the level of intent that they argue that they are required to prove in those prosecutions because of some open questions that were created or at least left by the Alonis decision, looking at differences between objective and subjective intents.
And Maeve, what did Pew find out about the prevalence of harassment online?
We found 40% of internet users have personally experienced online harassment, and another 73% have witnessed it. And of those who have experienced online harassment, it really falls into two camps: those that have less severe harassment, like name-calling and embarrassment that they can pretty easily brush off, and another camp that is comprised of more severe types of harassment, like sexual harassment, stalking, physical threats, and sustained harassment. And they have much different experiences, reactions, and responses with their severe harassment than those who have less severe experiences.
And Jennifer, what did you learn about women harassing other women online in your article?
I found that a lot of it had to do with body image articles. If there was, let's say, a fat woman who was proud of her being overweight, that there were women who really didn't like that and felt very threatened by those kind of statements of confidence. In addition, also found just topics that were of interest to women, dating, relationships, body image, were highly controversial, and in a way that may not happen for men reading the same article.
And Andrew, how can platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others balance restricting harassment and free speech?
One of the most effective ways is to get the crowd to participate in the curation and reporting. Some platforms do it better than others. Facebook has done a pretty good job of providing finer-grained ways of doing that, to the point where you have whole news organizations just handing over their comment curation to Facebook because it does it so well. Twitter's got a tougher challenge. You know, they don't completely control the experience for users with different clients and different ways of getting Twitter content, so they don't have as fine-grained a way of reporting and letting the crowd do the magic of sifting good from bad comments. So it's a challenge for any type of platform to create that balance of the freewheeling nature of social media, but providing safeguards at the same time.
Definitely. Well, thanks for joining us for the Digital Media Brief from Media Shift, brought to you by NextSpace and NextKids. Learn more about their pioneering program combining co-working and childcare at nextspace.us/nextkids. We'll catch you next week.